Hello, everybody. Welcome from Texas. You've got Amy and
John. Hey, guys.
And what we want to know today, John, is we want to know how your very first week on Zepbound went. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. We're here in Texas for a family reunion. How sweet of John to take a second in a random park we have never been to, pull the car over so that we can leave you this video this weekend. But you know, you only have your first week on Zepbound one time, and we knew the day you started that we couldn't wait to hear your feedback.
I was excited.
There's a lot of people in our community who were right where you are. You know, your dose just isn't working for you. You're thinking about titrating up. So I find this fascinating, and I think those of you who are making these big decisions right now, this can also be helpful. Can you give us a quick background? How did we get to this place where you ended up going from Mounjaro to Zepbound, and then you ended up thinking about titrating up?
So it was a conversation with my doctors, right? I had kind of been like plateaued for a while, and then my eating got worse, and I gained about, I don't know, I gained like maybe 5 or 10 pounds, something like that, from plateau. Then I was off the med for about 4.5 weeks, which some people may have already seen the video. We dropped a video on that, and that was rough. So I gained like 13 pounds during that time, and then I'm like,
supply issues.
Yeah, it's exactly, guys. I had not had that experience before, but it was interesting. So yeah, I talked with my endocrinologist, and they upped the dose to 7.5. Yeah, so I went to 7.5 of Zepbound, finally got it, and yeah, it was so helpful. First of all, it's helped a lot with like, I still have some cravings for sugar, but I've gotten off sugar other than just like whatever's incidental. I mean, I'm still eating fruit and stuff like that, but like processed, refined, you know, not good for you sugar. Yeah, exactly.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. That's very exciting. And then I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled because I know that's for me, and you guys know this, right? It's like exercise is great, and I'm running and stuff like that. I'm doing a little bit of resistance training, but it's almost all diet that causes you to gain and lose weight. That's really the truth of it. So that's made it a lot easier to get off the sugar, which is awesome. And
Oh no, finish your thought.
No, go ahead after you.
I was curious to hear about your side effects. That's a really big deal. It can either keep a person like on track. I think I'm in an ant bed. It can keep a person on track, or it can kind of really derail you, and you thought you knew what you were going to do, but the side effects end up being so strong that you're like, I've got to rethink a couple of things.
Yeah.
John, this is your first time on 7.5. How were the side effects?
So I got to preface this by saying, like, I had 1 dose of 5 left. So I took that before I started taking my 7.5, which I'm really glad I did, because like it helped me kind of ease back in after being off for almost 5 weeks. Yeah, that was definitely interesting. So the 7.5 I did have, I don't know how to describe, guys, I can't describe it. It was like, sort of somewhere between the lightest weight nausea and just like general like stomach unease. I don't know. I honestly don't know how to characterize it. Like, I don't even know what to call it. There's not really a name, but like my stomach was just a hint of queasy. And
which is almost best case scenario, because what we're trying to do is not overeat, which I'm really good at, feel like binging, feeling like you want food all the time. So kind of having your stomach just be a little bit queasy can cut down on your eating, cut down on your calories.
It definitely,
ta-da!
Yeah, it definitely discourages food, right? So that truly, and like I tend to have a fairly fat intense diet, like a fat heavy diet, and I've had that since I was a little kid. Especially saturated fats like kind of don't agree with me. So, or like as much as they did anyway. So it's like I've probably gotten a little bit leaner in my diet, which I'm sure is healthy. That's absolutely good. And I think the Zepbound helped with that too, because like we know tirzepatide and like fatty foods have a tendency not to get along super well, which is great. So I think in addition to eating less like purely bad for me, sugary type stuff, I think my diet has gotten a little bit healthier. I've had more fruits and more vegetables in the last like 2 weeks than I've had, I don't know, probably in the previous 2 months. I mean, maybe that might be exaggerated, but it's not that exaggerated if it is. So
okay, so talking about the ease of your weight loss journey on the 5.0 compared to the 7.5, you would say.
So I haven't weighed in this week, but last week, I mean, this is the first time I've lost weight in a long time. I was down like 1.8 pounds, I think, in the first week on 7.5. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to weighing in like this coming week. It'll be interesting to see how things go.
So in conclusion,
of course, there's a family reunion. So guys, I could be in serious trouble.
Yeah, we have homemade cookie contest. I mean, real life stuff. You know what we're talking about.
Perfect.
Like you can make all, yeah. If you make all these plans, hopes, like what you want your diet to look like, and we've talked about it, life gets lifey, and there's these, somebody just talked about, hey, I'm having a special friend come in town. They're going to expect us to go out to eat. So
yeah, life gets lifey. That's great.
So in conclusion, would you say that this Zepbound 5.0 has made your life easier?
Zepbound 7.5.
Okay,
Yes, yes,
sorry,
yes, yes.
that's exactly
No,
what I meant.
yeah, yeah.
Zepbound 7.0. Yeah, 7.5.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it definitely has. It's a little, the reason that I hesitate a small amount is because I don't know what things would have been like if I hadn't had to get off the 5 because I couldn't get it. So like if I'd have just kept doing 5 every week and then had immediately transitioned to 7.5, I don't know what effect that would have had.
Although, you did do that for 12 months straight. So you had a little bit of an idea what 5.0 did for you.
Well, no, I know. So I was flat on 5, but like what I'm saying is if I had stayed on 5, I'm sure I would have just stayed where I was because that's what I've been doing, like you said, for the last X number of months, almost a year. But if I had stayed on 5, not gained the 13 pounds, then gone to 7.5, I don't know what would have happened. And like,
oh, sure.
so it's an interesting question, but unfortunately, well, one of you guys is going to have to tell everybody because I can't tell you. I don't know. So.
Okay, will you come back like after your first month? Let us know like how things are going. Give us an update, please.
Well, that's going to depend on the family reunion. So I log in +5.
Right. I think everybody needs like a week or two after a reunion to find their happy medium again.
No, I'm going to try and do good, guys. I'll keep you posted. Whether it's good or bad, I'll let you know.
If you know about Texas, you know about Whataburgers, and we have 3 kids riding with us. So that was our stop for lunch, and I told John where I ordered a salad. When I went to order, I said, life is just easier on Mounjaro. I'm not having to white knuckle this. Like, this doesn't stink. I'm perfectly fine just getting a salad. So
she's knocking it out of the park. I mean, that's, yeah.
Well, I'm just hoping that Mounjaro and Zepbound make our choices easier for us at the vast family reunion dessert area. But anyway, we will let you know in the weekly update that's coming up at the end of each week how the family reunion went for us regarding our eating. Okay.
Keep you posted.
Keep you posted, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your day.
Bye, guys.